you basically say, here's how you multiply two vector 3s together. Here's how to do it. And what operator overloading does is basically just adds a rule to the language. So when the compiler sees two things multiply together, it will basically look up the list of rules and say, do I know how to multiply these together? The language obviously has built-in rules for numerical types. Like, that's just what it knows. But you can add operators for custom types. So when the compiler sees, oh, I've multiplied a vector 3 by a vector 3, it will find this and it will say, oh, I know how to do it. I'll call this function. I'll return a new vector 3. Now, I kind of said this before, but it might not seem like it, but C++ is on your side to a certain extent. Like, it does actually want your code to compile, and within the rules of the language, it is allowed to make one cast from all of the arguments you give it to the type it expects. So what that basically means is that every time you call this function, kind of somewhat magically through the overloaded multiply operator, every type you pass in, the compiler will go, okay, I know how to multiply two vector 3s, but you've given me a vector 3 and a float, right? Let's just like convince ourselves that's the case. You said, oh, a vector 3 and a float. Now what the compiler is allowed to do is basically say, okay, I know how to multiply two vector 3s together. I don't know how to multiply a vector 3 and a float, but do I know how to convert a float to a vector 3? And this is what we did here. We basically said, here is how you convert a float to a vector 3. And because this is not explicit, the compiler is allowed to go, oh, okay, I will first call this, get myself a vector 3, and pass it into here.